Hi, I'm going to give you a little tour of Google Meet. So first thing I'll do is type in meet.google.com, and then you will have the option of starting a new meeting. In this case, it will just sort of generate a link and you can either create one for later, start one instantly, or schedule one in your Google Calendar. Another way to do this is to enter a code or a nickname. So for my district, any code or nickname is only going to be able to be opened within our domain, and it can only be accessed by students with our domain name. We need to give special permission to anyone who is trying to access a Google Meet from outside our district Google Gmail. So I'll enter Craven Math as a code. That is the code that I usually use with my students when I'm doing extra help. And I'll show you how they join when it's just a normal class, like a hybrid or a remote class later. So they join Craven Math to access for meetings or extra help, and it will bring you to this screen. So here you can see that I have a separate extension. This is Google Meet attendance. I like this extension. Google Meet does take attendance for you. If you are opening a meet, it will, and then you end it, it will automatically email you a list of everybody who attended that meet. But this Google Meet attendance extension allows you to preload course lists, and then what it will do is it will check them off as they join the class. So I'll be able to see anyone who is highlighted in green is in the class, and anyone who isn't is absent, and I'll be able to just, it draws my eye right to it in the middle of the class, and it's not like I have to wait until the end of the period when I get my email to take a final attendance. This extension also shows you, after you end the meet, it shows you allows you to open a separate tab, and it'll show you times the kids all logged in. If they logged in and left and then back in again, it shows you that. And it shows anyone who didn't show up. So it's good to see if kids, showed up on time and then left and then rejoined later on. And if the regular Google Meet attendance that you get automatically emailed to you at the end of the meet doesn't show you that. It just shows when they arrived in the beginning and then when they left. So another tool we have here is to change the background. You can choose from a bunch of different backgrounds, and you can also just choose to blur it out. It does slow down the video a bit if you choose to blur out the background. The next thing I'll take a look at is turning off the camera and turning off the microphone. So if you want to join a meet without your camera, you would click that, or without audio, you would click that. And once you're all set, you can just click Join Now. So in here, if you have this extension, the Google Meet attendance, and you want this out of your vision, you just click that check mark and that will go away. And you can add people to this meet from here, and then it also gives you a link to copy if you want to link share this. There are a bunch of different options down the bottom. So again, you can turn your camera off or your microphone off. Closed caption is here. So this is great for students who have a hearing disability and they can see who is speaking and what they're saying. In a classroom where there's a bunch of people in the Meet at the same time, you can utilize the raise your hand tool. So it will show you who raised their hand for a question, and like this says here, it's looks like you said something, so it looks like I asked my question, so it will remind you to lower your hand. If you want to present your screen, you can click this. You can present your entire screen, just a window, or just a single tab on Chrome. So if I wanted to present, I'll say present my window. I'll present this window. And it will show that I'm presenting this screen, and then when I'm done, I'll stop presenting. In this here, you can change you can record a meeting, open up a Jamboard. So opening a Jamboard is like starting a whiteboard. So it will open up a tab. And you can draw on it, and it will send the link to access this to all of the students in the Meet, so they can see everything you're writing in real time from the link that they're sent via Jamboard. Another thing you can do is change the layout. So I usually, when I have a class full of students, I like a tiled view. You can see what it would look like if you had more students in there. And I usually have a good amount of students in there, so you can adjust the amount of students you have visible to you. You can enter full screen mode. This is changing the background just like in the startup menu. This is just turning the closed captions on or off. Using the phone for audio if you're doing this on a mobile device. And then all of these just Google Reports. Now over here, this is where the chat is. So you can see this is where the Jamboard link was sent. You can send everyone messages in here so they can see. You can turn off their ability to send messages. And then in this little thing here with the triangle, the square, and the circle, you have a bunch of tools. So you can, this is where you can select breakout rooms. So if we had multiple people in here, I would click set up breakout rooms, and then you can select the number of rooms that you want. You can set a timer for how long you want the breakout rooms to last. You can shuffle the rooms or clear anyone from the rooms. So you would open those rooms because no students are in this room. They're not going to get a notification to join, but they would get a notification to join a room, and they would do that. What would end up happening is They would all appear in their individual breakout rooms, and then teachers have the option of dropping into the individual breakout rooms or go back to the main call, which is right here. Another tool is a poll. So you can start a poll, ask a question. And you can save it until you're ready to use it. Once you're ready to use it, you click launch, and then this would appear on the student's sidebar to answer the poll, and you can see all the votes that each one is getting. It's not showing the class any of the results until you click that little toggle bar. You can do a Q&A. So you allow students to ask questions. I'm going to ask a question. What is my lucky number? And students who want to ask that question who haven't yet, they are just going to upvote that. So if they also have that same question, they're going to upvote that. This is hidden, and this is visible. If we answer it, we're just going to give it a check, and I can also delete it. This is just the same as in the more options menu, a video recording. It will get saved automatically into your drive, and then again, this whiteboard is your Jamboard that we already looked at. If you do create a Q&A or a poll, once you end the meet, you will automatically get emailed a list of questions student asked and their names, and as well as the polls and what students answered the polls and what they answered with. And that is pretty much all that we have for Google Meet.